Creating custom skills. Teach Claude your workflow. So here is a wild fact. The single most valuable customization you can make to Claude is also the easiest. It is a markdown file. Under 100 lines. Takes 20 minutes to write. Well, actually 2 minutes. And it can save you hours every week for the rest of your career. And that is a skill. And in this session, you are going to build one. Let's start with the difficult way to build it, and at the end, I'll show you the easiest way to do it. So, we are building a real skill together, one you could actually use tomorrow. And by the end of the session, you will understand the skill.md format, metadata, how descriptions trigger skills, how to add templates and references, and how to test your skill to make sure Claude activates it at the right moments. This is the foundational customization skill, pun intended, that unlocks everything else in this section. So, what a skill actually is? A skill is a folder. Inside that folder, there is a file called skill.md. Now, that file has two parts: YAML, front matter, the metadata, and markdown instructions, the body. The folder can also contain other files, templates, even scripts Claude can execute. Now that the skill.md can point to. And that's it. A skill is a folder with a markdown file. No code required, no compilation, no deployment. And because skills follow the Open Agent Skills standard, agentskills.io, the same skill tools and not just Claude. Now, a note on terminology. In Claude Code, custom slash commands and skills are now unified. A folder at Claude slash skills slash deploy slash skill.md and a flat file at Claude slash commands slash deploy both create slash deploy. Skills are the recommended path because they support supporting files, front matter controls, and automatic invocation. So, talking about the skill.md structure. Here is the minimal template. Name, weekly status report. Description generates a weekly status report used when the user asks for a weekly update, sprint summary, or a Friday report. And then you will have a lot of other information inside it. It has two parts: YAML front matter, metadata, name, description, controls, and a markdown body instructions Claude follows when the skill runs. Now, these are the two parts. Two fields in the front matter the most: the name, optional, kebab case identifier, lowercase letters, numbers, hyphens. So if you skip it, the directory name becomes the name. Description, it's recommended, one sentence explaining what the skill does and when Claude should use it. This is the most important line in the entire file. Other useful front matter fields you can layer in: when to use, argument head, disable model invocation, and so on. The full reference lives in the official skills document. Now, two ways to invoke a skill. Every skill can be invoked in two ways: automatically by Claude. Based on the description, Claude detects when the skill is relevant and loads it, and directly by you. Type slash skill name and it runs immediately. Want only manual invocation? Good for things like deploy, where you don't want Claude deciding for you. Add disable model invocation, true is equal to the front matter. Want only Claude to invoke? Good for background reference skills. Set user invocable to false. Too much of technical things? Be with me. Why the descriptions matter so much? The description is how Claude decides whether to activate your skills automatically. If your description is vague, Claude won't know when to use it, and the skill becomes useless for auto invocation. Bad description help with reports. A good description would be generates a weekly status report in our company for standard format. Use when the user asks for a weekly update, sprint summary, team status, or Friday report. Notice the second one lists trigger phrases: weekly update, sprint summary, team status, Friday report. When a user says one of those or any of those, Claude knows, there is a skill for this. So the rule of thumb, your description should pass the test. Could a new Claude session with no context at all correctly identify when to use this skill based only on this description? Okay, be with me. The body. Instructions Claude can follow. Now, the body is plain markdown. Use headings, bullet points, examples, anything that helps Claude understand what to do. Key sections to include when to use the skill, the output structure, the tone and voice, the rules and constraints, the templates and examples. The more specific you are, the better it is. Treat writing a skill like onboarding a new hire. What would you tell them to do the job right? That's what we are building skills for. Then we have supporting files, templates, and references. Your skill folder can include templates, actual template files, .doc, .xls, references, docs Claude can pull from, and examples, sample inputs and outputs. Reference them in the skill.md body like user template at da 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 da. Now Claude reads those files when it runs the skill. You can include anything. Brand style guide has access to its own folder. Now, where do skills live? Skills live in one of the four places in priority order. Personal, you and all projects, Claude skills, skill name, skill.md. Projects, anyone in this folder, Claude skill name, skill.md. Plugin, anyone with the plugin enabled. So plugin skills, skill name, skill.md. And enterprise, everyone in the org, distributed via managed setting. So drop a folder with a skill.md in personal or project locations and Claude picks it up automatically. No install step, no registration. The file being there is the install. Cloud Code even watches these directories for life changes. Apply on the next turn. Now, enough of discussing this. Let's build one, the client proposal skill. Here is a worked example you can adapt. I am building a skill for generating client proposals in a specific firm's style. Step one, you create a folder structure. You write the skill.md. You understand the opportunity, a difficult way to do it. Let me show you a quick and an easy way to do it. So I want to create a skill for the client proposal. What I would do is I would go to Claude and I would select open folder. I would say documents. Let's say this. Okay. I want to create a skill for use, let's say skill for Claude on the client proposal skill. Okay, let's keep it like this. Ask me relevant questions and then build the skill. Right. And just see how Claude does it beautifully without you having to bother about the folder structure, the file, the formatting, the templating, all of it. You can just create the skill like this, add some templates, references separately in that same folder, and you are done. So here is the question. Great. Let me ask you the quick question to build the skill well. What type of proposals are you creating? What's your industry? Are your clients? What information do you typically have? What sections do you want? What tone style should it use? What is the output format you want? So plain text markdown to copy paste. Do you have a pricing structure? Answer as many as you can. Even rough answers help me build something that actually fits how you work. Answer these and you have your skills written and built. Why bother about writing it yourself? Now, once done, how do you test your skill? So three tests every skill should pass. Trigger test. Does Claude activate the skill when you use the expected phrases? Output test. Does the output match the structure and tone you specified? Edge case test. What happens if the user provides incomplete info? Does Claude ask for the missing pieces? Well, if any of these fail, iterate. Usually the fix is in the description for trigger failures or the body for output failures. And this is what I was talking about, the skill creator skill. Anthropic ships a skill creator skill that helps you build other skills. Like this is what we were talking about. Common skill patterns, document generator, workflow runner, voice keeper, and so on. And that's all for today. We just built a live skill. and your first skill is built. So, what happens when you have five skills, a couple of MCP servers, and some custom commands, and you want to share them with your team? That's where plugin comes in. In the next session, we'll explore the plugin master marketplace.